in the early 60s, the end of the Korean War, you have a few elected presidents. The longest serving was Ri Syngman. Really weak sauce, can't get anything done. The military takes over. Park Chung-hee is the head of the military. He lasts until late 79, assassinated by one of his close confidants. 6 months of lack of clarity of what's going to happen in the government. New general takes over, Park Chung-hee. Park Chung-hee ramps up development and repression until 87. Chun Doo-hwan, sorry. Chun Doo-hwan ramps up development and repression until 87. There are massive protests in 87, and everyone agrees that we're going to have a period of transition. Chun Doo-hwan leaves office. There are a few intermediate presidencies. A new constitution is written, although still many of the laws that were put into place during the military governments are on the books. So every now and again, you get the Supreme Court today striking down a law that was from the previous era. Then you have a string of kind of a few left-leaning presidents. Kim Dae-jung, who won the Peace Prize, and was his most famous thing was the Sunshine Policy towards North Korea, which was the idea that the South was going to basically give aid and support the North regardless of what they did, because there was, in his opinion, there was nothing else to do. The militarization of the conflict was clearly not working, and so they were just going to do the exact opposite. Then you have after JD, you have Roh Moo-hyun, who was elected in 2002, and after he was a really left-wing. He was from the Democracy Party, Minju Dang, and Minju is the people. Not quite like a communist the people, but a kind of worker, rural mentality. But he was from the south of the country, which has always been a bastion of kind of pro-democracy within the country. Gwangju, and in 1980, for example, there was a massive uprising in Gwangju, and they sent the military and killed a few more than 100 people. So you have Roh Moo-hyun. He leaves office in a shambles because it turns out he wasn't actually very good at managing, visionary, but maybe not so good at managing, and the right wing had managed to get in quite a lot of personal attacks. 2 years ago, he commits suicide. After him, you have the next president who's still in power today, which is Lee Myung-bak. Lee Myung-bak has an interesting story. He was the president of Hyundai, and then he decided he would be the mayor of Seoul, so he ran and he won. And then after being the mayor of Seoul, his major projects were building a river in the middle of the city, which is pretty, but no one really knows why it's there.